I want to come back to the geopolitics more. You kind of implied that the West is already defeated. I don't see that as the case. I mean, we still have, for example, you talked about people in the global south, the global majority, wanting to revive or give life support to the United Nations. But this is a United Nations that still has vetoes from the United States and three European powers, and just one power that is not European, which is China. So that's just an example of if you want to revive the United Nations, then it's going to be a difficult task. But the West still controls it. The West still, has immense financial power in the world, even though its economic heft is diminishing. It has not yet diminished. If you take the West as being like all the countries of European origin, like including the United States and Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and that's about it. Then there are, of course, all the tiny little islands that the US and Israel always bring in for their votes. But so those, what I call the white nations, constitute something like 12% of global humanity in demographic terms, but they actually wield a hugely disproportionate economic heft. Although China and other ASEAN countries, I mean, China and the ASEAN countries are definitely coming up very rapidly, in many respects, including the Chinese companies just leaping up the value chain. They're no longer making little plastic parts for dolls. They're actually making very advanced 5-axis computer-controlled machine tools and outselling the Germans. So, this is a changing world, but Western hegemony has not yet been defeated, I think.